Yo, guys, I'm bringing you another replay cast here and another build order guide for a nice supercharged Hornet build that I've come up with that is actually now other players are doing in the ladder. It is spreading around like wildfire. It originated from me, of course, you guys know. Avilosoamaze always coming up, innovating the meta in every game. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a game here. Just an example game because I've probably done this like 15 to 20 times by now. And it has worked, I think, 19 out of 20 times. I think I lost maybe one game doing this, which was probably maybe the second or third time. But it has spread around, and people now are trying to counter it. I like to call it the Hornet Checkmate build. So I'm in the top right. I'm the red Vanguard player. In the bottom right is a guy named Avilo on the ladder that I played. And basically, guys, you guys, if you saw my last guide, the one base Hornet build, just a basic Hornet build, I'm sure people that played pre-alpha already knew whatever about the build. That's not the point. I have a build that I have spread around that is a Red Alert 3, another Red Alert 3 style build. And what you're gonna see, it's pretty good. I actually have lost to somebody doing my build against me one time so far. And I've won 19 out of 20 other games or something like that. I've won like, I think I've lost only one game doing this because it's very good if you know what to do. So, as you can see here, I'm walling off my ramp on this map. I don't know the name of the map, but I'm walling off my ramp. I'm playing anti-dog meta because all these players, guys, I mean, honestly, the whole beta, I have been playing very anti-meta and off-meta. I've been making a lot of Hornets and using that unit and playing. I've been playing my own meta, the Red Alert 3 meta. And that's why I say people are... I have seen a couple players try to copy this exact build order. I've even seen another streamer complain about it. Complain about losing to Hornets and... Oh my god, Hornets are so OP! Really, it's not the Hornets, it's the player. And I am one of those players that played Red Alert 3 for years and is able to use this unit to its fullest. Because if you do mess up even a little bit, there's a very slim margin for error where you lose your window to actually do anything against the other player if they defend well, since this is one base. So to the build, guys, you wall off your ramp, you get a Lancer out, scout with your dog, you adapt depending on what they do. So we see that he's going to go for an expansion. He went for the dog play, so he's going to get the camps. Again, I've been playing anti-meta the whole beta. I don't care if they get the camps with the dogs. Make all the dogs you want, Vanguard players. I don't care. I don't care, guys. Make all the little dogs you want. I played Red Alert 3. I know the dog. I know the Jumanji meta, and I know the anti-Jumanji meta. I played Red Alert 3 for years. So, right now, everybody thinks that you have to do this in the mirror matchup. You have to spam dogs, when really, you can wall off and put a Lancer, kind of like a Zealot in the wall. And so I put 7 to 9 guys on the Therium. We're going to build a hangar bay. So it's very much like the one base hangar bay build, except that I have a lot more workers with it. Instead of like 5 and 5 or 6 and 6, you can see I have 6 and 7. Because, you know, I have more workers because I wall off to prevent dying to dog rushes or whatever. So basically what you're going to see here in a moment is we're going for two hangar bays. That's why we're mining so much Therium here. The idea is this is a checkmate build. This is the Avilo Vanguard versus Vanguard checkmate build. We're going to sell the barracks. So as you see, we're going to sell the barracks. I build another sentry post by the other airfield before I sell it. And we use the money from the barracks to build a second hangar bay. Sorry, I keep calling them airfields. I'm used to, again, old habits from playing Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. So the idea, what's the idea behind this build? Is to make Hornets, get map control. But that's just part one of the plan. Part one of the plan is to do that. By the way, I built this second sentry post to put a repair guy in it so we can so that the Hornets get repaired up quicker, so you can send them back out faster. That's a huge part of this strategy. And you can see this guy actually does know what he's doing. He's building an anti-Hornet flat cannon, and in a moment here you'll see how he responds to this. And so again, he has map control of the dogs, but I don't care. Like, the entire point of me playing like this is to negate all of the resources that he has put into the early game dogs, to negate all of that by doing something else that is asymmetrical to what it's asymmetrical warfare, guys. So, we're negating all of his advantage that he got with the dogs. All the map control doesn't matter because we're going to go kill him. and we're going to checkmate him in a moment. So, I scout his base. I see I can't do anything though with one Hornet. We're going to scout around. I also did use the, you should use the command post flying dog scout powder thingy. Use it twice to get, very important to do that. You put one over here, so that you know where he's defending, and then you can attack the other spot with your Hornets. So again, these are decisions that are very important. Like, doing these things is what allows this strategy to work, and we're just going to keep accumulating Hornets. I'm going to try and clear the dogs now, so I'm going to actually kill the dogs. So again, all of the resources he's invested in this early game, completely dead now. Like, there's no more, he has no more early game. I send out a scout dog here from the command post power, and I make sure to pick these off, because now we're executing phase 2 of the game plan, which is, we're going to take bases far away on the map. Over here, and we're also going to mine the gas from right there. So, again, so this is to supercharge the Hornet build, and we're going to exercise full map control. We don't care that he has his expansion, because we have full map. Now, he has map control with the dogs at level 1. When the camps are back up, we can take the camps at level 2 and get the resources from that. And you can see, I sent this Bob here, because again, we need the gas to support these 2 hangar bays. That's the very important thing. So we want to mine this. We don't even have our natural expansion, but we are going to take... This is part of the build, and you can see this guy is aware of the build I'm doing, and he's aware of like players that have been copying the double hangar bay Hornet style that I'm doing. So he's aware. He is countering it, and as we can see, what is he doing to counter it? He built an extra cannon or sentry turret with an exo in it over here. He has one over here, and what he's also doing is he's going to upgrade the habitats to ramparts. And that is a solid way to try and deal with Hornet harassment, is you upgrade them to ramparts, so then they put a shield on your turret, and it's really a lot tougher to deal with. But again, I call this Avilo's Checkmate Vanguard versus Vanguard strat, because we have him in a checkmate position right now. He can't leave his base, because he has a minimal number of exos, so he can't leave his base. We can threaten to fly in and kill his turrets. You can see he upgraded this to a rampart, and it's going to shield this. Well, it's going to shield it, and then he repairs, so I can't kill it. So I have to fly away now. Like, I have to make the decision to just fly away. Nothing I can do there. That's good. That's really, really good defense by him. That's solid defense. But again, the entire goal is, I'm going to get a Bob. I have a Bob over here. I'm going to get a Bob down here, and hopefully over here. And the idea is, if he ever pushes out, boom, we base trade. We snap the other Vanguard player's neck. We base trade. That's the checkmate situation. He can't move out because we're building an abnormal number of Hornets off of one base. And you can do this off 2 bases too, by the way, guys. It's just that this is the 1 base variation that I'm doing. So again, we're just using the Hornets for map control. I'm actually doing this camp here, very risky. And I am microing to try and send the Hornets that are damaged back. But I am getting... So this is giving me a little bit of extra resources to, again... I'm using that Luminite, those minerals for StarCraft players, to pump that into more Hornet production, and then we're using the Therium, Vespian gas for StarCraft players. We're using this over here, so that's balancing out the resources. Doing like a camp like this gives us the Luminite, and then having this mining gives us the Therium to support 2 hangar bays off of this 1 base setup. And again, we're going to use the Flying Dog Scouts from the command post to get vision of where to attack. So I'm going to try and pounce here again. And we take that out, and I fly away. I accept. Okay, that's all I could do there. You do not want to lose Hornets with this. If you lose Hornets, you lose the game. People that think, oh my god, Hornets are overpowered. Oh my god, the strategy that Avilo is putting on the ladder, everybody else is copying. So OP. It is defendable, but if I mess up even a little, if I made a decision to stay, I lose 3 Hornets, suddenly this strategy will not work anymore. So you have to be very, very smart with your decision. You can see the 2 repair turrets help me get back out with the Hornets again. Like, boom, immediately I'm back out on the map with the Hornets. That's another very important part of playing Vanguard, and I am going to have a tips and tricks video for you guys that I'm going to show you like little tips and tricks like this. Having these little repair stations along with every hangar bay you build. This honestly is a mistake for me. It's supposed to be supercharging the airfield so that the Hornets build faster, but for some reason it's clicked on the turret by default. And so again, phase 2 of the plan now. He has defended. We have Bobs over here. We're building a base over here, a command post. And now, he's moving on the map. We saw that. So now we're diving the turrets. He can't repair this one in time. The Bobs are too far away. Now we're gonna dive this one over here. He doesn't have enough energy to repair it, it looks like. So we're gonna dive it. What's his choices? This is checkmate. Is he gonna go back? No. He's gonna go for the base trade. Boom! We gotcha! The Avilo checkmate strat is in effect. You can see I'm even running Bobs down around the side of the map. So now, it's checkmate. He has one more. He's not going to be able to get sentry posts up snap, quickly. So now, we have a base here. We have Bobs here. I'm putting a Bob here. I know he's going to come kill my base. So, we dive this turret. Now it's very important to kill all of his Bobs. To take out the defense, kill all the Bobs. Back at home, I'm actually going to start selling all my buildings. I'm not even joking. I'm going to unload these, unload this. I cancel the Hornet there. I'm going to sell all these. Because he's going to kill them anyways. So, we want the extra income, the extra resource. We're selling all of our buildings. Sold. That one sold. I don't know if the airfield. That one sold. The airfield, maybe? No? Okay, I forgot to sell the airfield, apparently. We hide a Bob in the corner. Hide Bobs in the corner. Hide Bobs in the corner if we can. We're killing his base. We chase down any of Bobs he had escaping. Because he didn't plan for this. He doesn't know about the Avilo Vanguard checkmate base trade strategy, so he didn't get Bobs out in time. Now he's running one. He's like, oh, that was your plan all along, huh? And obviously he can't build any more exos because I took out his biokinetics bay thingy. And again, now we're just gonna kill his buildings. He cannot get this army around everywhere on the map. There's too many points for him to hit in the base trade. I have Bobs here. I can build there. I'm still trying to get even more Hornets out to really solidify the base trade. I sell that or cancel it. And now I'm just going to try and find his buildings. I don't know why I sent these back up to the top. This was a mistake. I meant to send them down here. And then now I found his base down here. He's running the Bobs for dear life because he knows this is his last building. And it turns out he is building one up here. But it's too late. It's too late at this point. So, I'm going to just go kill his command post. For some reason, he didn't come back to defend, but even if he did, it's still checkmate. Even if he did come back to defend, it's pretty much checkmate for him. So he's killed this. He's killing this. I rebuild a command post up here in the opposite corner of the map with the Bobs that I hid because we had this plan all along from the start. And now we're gonna shift click Hornets out all across the map to find wherever his last building is. And obviously, he still has a Bob down here. And then I found his last building up here. The Hornets are spreading out in an arc, trying to find anything. We find this one. The two Bobs I have here are killing this last building. He has this here. He doesn't build anything with it. And so that is checkmate. So, boom. And that is game. So, there you have it, guys. I know. I have actually seen other people on the ladder starting to do this build. I've seen people I think I've seen, like, one other person wall off similarly to me. I think I've seen maybe I don't know if people have realized yet that you can sell your buildings. So that's another, again, when I come out with a Vanguard tips and tricks video, you guys will know all these things if you're a newer player to the game, especially from my streamer community or anywhere else, and you guys want lots of these little Vanguard tips and tricks. But yeah, there you go, guys. That is the Avilo one base, double hangar bay, checkmate base trade build. Like I said, I've done this to success about, like, I'd say like, I don't remember exactly, but it feels like I think I've only lost one game with it. It feels like I've done it maybe like 20 times already, like 15 to 20 times, and I definitely have lost at least one game doing it. I only remember one distinctly where the guy defended really, really well. So yeah. So there you go, guys. You have the one base Hornet build. Now we have the supercharged two hangar bay Hornet build. So, and again, I don't think anybody else was doing exactly this. So there you have it. You have another Red Alert 3 build in Stormgate. And for those of you wondering Why does this work? How are you able to pull this off? A, years of Red Alert 3, playing Vindicator versus Apollo, the meta, fast airfield, Kyrocopter rushes off of one base. It's the exact same meta. So I literally have years of experience playing exactly this meta, as well as, air versus air meta in general in StarCraft 2, in Red Alert 3. So I have I would like to think I have pretty good decision making when it comes to this type of style or this type or this type of metagame. B, what's the next thing I'm going to say here? Is this broken? Are Hornets broken? Is this strategy unbeatable? I don't think so. I think that I think that I'm executing it very well. I think that the other player can defend, and if they do defend, then you basically like the game that the guy defended when I did this. You're dead in the water. You don't have an expansion, obviously. You have to do that. You have to find ways to do damage, and it really depends on how much the other player, their game knowledge, do they know what you're like. Obviously, after this video, people are probably going to be doing this even more, copying it, and they're going to probably understand the game plan as I just described it, and have some more counters to this as well. There are counters to it, and again, probably after I post this, some Vanguard players out there are going to be either copying this, they're going to be countering this, whatever. I came up with it. I like to, it does feel nice coming up with a new strat in a new game that I haven't seen many people do or think about or execute. I'm sure somebody will do this in a tournament, and we won't get credit for it as always. Anyways, so there you go, guys. Avilo's one base, double hangar bay, Hornet base trade build. I'll have to figure out what I want to name the video. Oh, and another thing. Apparently Hornets were nerfed in a previous version of the game. The last patch that they had done, Hornets had been nerfed apparently. From somebody in my YouTube comments mentioned that. So shout outs to Hit. I can actually, let's see. Let me look up what your name is real quick. Let me look up what this guy's name is real quickly. Oh, COL Drake mentioned that Hornet rushes were done in closed alpha before, and then they got a huge nerf. So shoutouts to you. So apparently Hornets were nerfed already. So I'm using the nerf version to still beat players like this. But yeah, pretty solid build. I've been enjoying playing the beta. I'm gonna keep cooking up some sick strats for you guys. Maybe I will show you 2-base variation of this type of build. I'll probably show some more Vanguard versus Inferno games, but I just wanted to get this out there because I know that I have seen people starting to do it, or starting to talk about Hornets, and there's another streamer that was baby raging because, he doesn't understand the game, and he's a StarCraft Protoss player, and he's just baby raging because apparently he doesn't seem to... A lot of StarCraft players don't understand this type of meta because it's a new game, and it's a very different meta from StarCraft. So this might seem imbalanced at first, but there are, you can upgrade your depots, your habitats to ramparts. You can have multiple of them. Honestly, the best thing you can do to play against Hornets in general that I have found is you need to over-defend it. It's very much like TVZ StarCraft 1, where the Vanguard is like the Zerg with the mutas. It's like going 2-base mutalisk, and if you don't have, the Marines in position, if you don't have your missile turrets set up, if you don't have, 4 turrets, the mutas come in, pick off a turret, suddenly they're picking off your SCVs. So it's the exact same thing as StarCraft 1 TVZ, where the person defending, if you're going to be on infantry, if you're going to be on exos and just defend with the turrets, you have to really, really have tight defense. Because a player like me, I will find a hole in that defense, and then I will puncture that hole with the Hornets, and I will find a way to win, regardless of how many defenses the player puts up. The ultimate irony is, I'm not turtling, guys. I'm not only turtling in Stormgate. I'm whipping out the aggro strats, I'm whipping out the all-ins, I'm whipping out the metagame strats, so it's just what we gotta do. Sometimes the turtle has to come out of his shells, fellas. I'll see you in the next video. See you later, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace out, dudes.